or anything like that. They were just giving us the facts. So now we have, the transference of that as well, too, while I think that, some of our journalists are trying to be okay, but, they do this hip-hop thing, and they'll bring in, other folks who will give opinion but are not well-versed in the actual history of the topic. They'll have on an Ice Cube versus a Barbara Arnwine, or, Fat Joe versus a Daryl Jones, people that actually know this topic inside and out. Why is that? Why is that? Because they're based in the celebrity, Daryl, like you said, the reality TV, as I said. And they also try, and you two know better than I as attorneys, what freedom of speech means versus what it doesn't mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't include the right to just say anything you want to say for the sake of saying it. We have laws that garner against that. But with them, as long as it gets them, private drink or access to Mar-a-Lago, if that's what they want, being, embodied with all that gold-plated toilets and stuff, that's what they want. So that's what they get.
Well, I think it's fascinating, when we talk about, the international global press. I do want to point out to everybody, in case you haven't heard it, because our national media is so bad at reporting stuff, that the European Union, all the European nations of the EU, as it's called, have requested, have filed a formal complaint against Elon Musk and have asked him to account for all the disinformation that he is allowing to permeate X. The implication meaning that they're going to ban X if he doesn't stop, infiltrating and destabilizing knowledge by, actually using his platform to promote disinformation. But I wanted to come back to a question for you, Karen, because on the, we also, on the interview that was done last night, there was another big lie. During his press conference, Trump told a lie every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, everybody, one lie. Every 2 minutes of that long press conference. I want people to understand that last night he told another big lie. What am I saying? Another. He told many more big lies. And one of the big lies was regarding educational attainment. He really lit into California. He lit into Illinois and Minnesota. People, can we Karen, can we get that record straight? Let's talk about what states actually have the least educational attainment in this country.
Yeah, I think, Barbara, you have the list as well.
Yeah.
But, when you look at Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and the red states, so to speak, and you track that with the amount of COVID deaths as well, too,
yeah.
with the number of folk who are believing disinformation, and because they are susceptible to it, because they don't know themselves. So they believe this demagogue who is telling them, it's fine, it'll pass. This demagogue who believed that when COVID was just affecting black and brown people, that you people are safe. Don't worry about it. You all go about your lives. We'll go ahead and open up schools and everything else just because it's just affecting them. And then when they realize, that was a lie, that was costing them their lives.
The deadly
consequence is happening. Completely.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about the educational system, I think when we track the list, Massachusetts was at the top, Connecticut was at the top, Maryland was at the top, California, Illinois was at the top. All of those states that he's trying to label as inferior educationally. Why? Because that's part of Project 25 with respect to destroying the Department of Education, having more charter schools and things of that nature at the expense of public school education. And now he's getting back to the miseducation of Americans for his own political purpose and self-aggrandizement. That's what the problem is.
And, and Karen, as we are bringing this segment to a close, I just gotta, I just have to, Daryl, forgive me. West Virginia, yes, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma at the very bottom, folks. For the record, Minnesota is ranked number 9th in the country for educational attainment out of the 50 states. Illinois is ranked 13th, and California is ranked 24th, 28th, just for the record, so that you understand, how really devious and absolutely distorting that lie was. And he did repeat last night that he intends to eradicate right out of Project 2025, he intends to eradicate the Department of Education, that it would be gone in his next administration. All right, Karen, one last thing before we let you go real quickly. I don't know if many people saw it last night. If you didn't see it, please go and watch it because it's on YouTube and it's been recorded. And that was Ari Melber's amazing show last night. He spent an entire hour of his show devoted to showing and tracking the historic fight of African American women for political inclusion. He went all the way back and brought it all the way current. We got to, lift it up when they do good stuff. That was a darn good show last night.
It was very powerful. And when you think about what is about to come going into the convention, and I know it's nonpartisan, but when you look at the history, you think about Fannie Lou Hamer, couldn't get credentials to get in.
Yes.
And now you have a black woman who's leading the credentialing committee, who signed, the nomination documents for Vice President Harris to become the presidential nominee. The power of that in 60 or so years just, it brings tears to my eyes because we've come a long way, but we've got further to come. And Ari did a wonderful job in relating that to Mrs. Chisholm as well, too. So I just think you're absolutely right. He did a wonderful job in that vein.
Well, he's our media hero.
He had on there with him as well because you had Maya Wiley was on there, Donna Evans was on there. He had some really powerful guests that was doing the analysis.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was really beautifully done. So everybody, we want to say to the world, we want to say to you, we want to say that our media hero, is Ari Melber and MSNBC for that segment last night. Folks, we are going to continue to examine the media every single show, what they've done, what they covered. Thank you so much, Karen McRae. Dr. Karen McRae, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for leading this discussion today. Much love to you.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up for that celebration we did on August the 6th with the Voting Rights Act as well here in D.C. I appreciated seeing you there. Absolutely.
Thank you for leading the charge. I'll always be there. Blessings to everybody.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. So Daryl, the young people, come on, folks. The young people been tearing it up when you talk about the electoral stage. Whoa, they're registering like you never heard of. They're showing up like never before. And we are so proud of them. So we have here with us today some of our former Gen Z and young millennial trainees who have graduated and are out there making a difference in this world and are now what we call TJC alumni. We are so proud of them, and it was so beautiful to see Kennedy A. Lighty, who was with us. She is a TJC fellow, and she was part of our class of April of 2024 this year. We were also happy to see at our 59th anniversary reception for the Voting Rights Act that was held last week. We were so happy also to see Dashawn Angel Edwards, who we always call Angel, and she got that angelic smile, a beautiful, amazingly wonderful leader, and she is a TJC Fellow Class of April 2024 representing. We also have with us Jayson Davis. Jayson Davis is from our class of April 2023. He's been a TJC Freedom Rider. He's a really great photographer, and he is an organizer of the Pennsylvania, quote, Lincoln March. Oh, we'll talk about all that, but they're on because we got good news for the world, good news for this nation, good news for young people. We're getting ready to do another amazing Gen Z and young millennial voting rights leadership training. That is September the 11th through the 13th here in mighty Washington, D.C., during the Congressional Black Caucus Annual Legislative Conference. We are so delighted that the three of you have joined us. Hey, welcome, Kennedy. How you doing?
Hello. Good afternoon. I am doing well. Super excited to be here to chat with you guys for a little while. But, yeah, I'm doing well. How are y'all?
All right now. And Angel, how are you, my dear? Welcome to the mighty TJC's Transformative Justice Igniting Change program.
Hey. I am super excited to be on with you guys today. I am doing amazing.
All right now. And Jayson, talking to us, how are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. Yesterday, I just finally completed my degree at Lincoln University, so I'm doing exceptionally well.
Daryl, did you hear all that?
No, absolutely. Major congratulations. Lincoln will not be the same with you leaving there, Jayson.
Oh yeah. The GPA went up.
That is so awesome. Well, Kennedy and Angel, let me start with you two. You had the unique experience last week of attending the August 6th, 59th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act TJC fundraiser reception, which honored icons in the movement and highlighted the need to invest in our young voting rights advocates. Please tell us, how was the overall experience for you, and what were your highlights of the evening? Question number one goes to Kennedy.
Yes, so the event was absolutely amazing. From the decor to the people there, it was amazing to network and connect with so many people there. I think a big part of organizing is storytelling. So to be able to connect with people and hear their stories, it was just extremely inspiring, and I absolutely enjoyed it.
Wow. And Angel, and what was your highlight of the evening? What particular event caught your attention the most and still resonates with you, Kennedy?
Yes, I mean, like I said, honestly, my highlight was just like the people that I was at the table at, being able to have conversations with them. I think we had a pretty diverse group of people at our table, some older people, some younger people. So to hear their stories and different perspectives was absolutely amazing.
Oh, wonderful. Same question to you, Angel.
Yes, like Kennedy was saying, the conversation at the table with Sharon Brown and Tiffany P. and Dr. Stephanie Myers, the conversations were from law school to music to Gen Z de-escalation training. The reception made networking easy, so I really appreciate being in the room. I'm grateful.
Kennedy, there was like a really unique opportunity that I think existed at that August the 6th reception as we were celebrating the 59th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, in that you had a chance to hear two people that were younger than you, when they walked across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and to hear their stories. You had Betty Boykin as well as Philip Hunter. Had you heard of them before? Had you heard the stories before? What was your reaction?
Yes, I hadn't heard the story before. So to be able to be in that moment and hear that was inspiring. I mean, like I was saying earlier, storytelling is such an important part of organizing and activism, because